Thank you, friends, for your support in finances and prayer. If you prayed for us and you supporting us, we want to tell you what God been doing for the last time. There's a long list. After we come back from the state, we were very busy with a lot of tasks and responsibilities was on us during this time. Well, first a large thing happened. The change in our life is our moving in this apartment. It's much more larger apartment. This room is, I'm sorry, I don't know in your measures. It's 26 square meters, and it can fit on the chairs 20 to 25 to 30 people, which would allow a lot of church gathering here and the home group and evangelism meeting in this room, which is very nice. It was very necessary for developing our ministry, and we actually done it. And also, since we move in this house, it's opened a lot of opportunities. Let's say in Ukraine, most of the building is old, and they're filled with old people, grumbling people, not willing to talk about gospel. But this building is new. It's filled with young people that ready to talk about gospel and build friendships, hear good news. And this is like wide open door for gospel. I want to tell you one story. One time I asked my wife I saw the moms with the kids outside, and I asked my wife to go outside and make friends. She was like very scared. What am I going to talk to them? What am I going to do about it? And she actually went there with Elizabeth, and she was playing on the playground with Ella. In an hour, I think she come back and said that she built a friendship with the two women. One of them add her on the Facebook and add her phone number, and they friending right now. Soon, I think she and her husband gonna visit us, and maybe sometimes later they're gonna visit us, visit home group, and that's just the beginning. Furthermore, we meet more people, and we're thinking how strategically meet people in this house and build a friendship with them, share the gospel with them. That's not main ministry, but just an opportunity as we move here. About air preaching, you may wonder if we start air preaching, public preaching a long time and many times this winter, why you didn't receive any updates. Well, first of all, I've had opportunity to talk, I would say, with one of the best air preacher is Paul Washer. I had an opportunity to talk to him in the Shepherd's Conference, and he said that many air preacher that is preaching outside publicly not supposed to be there. It not inquire a lot of wisdom and love to say, your sinners go to hell. You're going to hell. Repent. But it inquire much more wisdom to attend to the hearing, to propose gospel to them. But it inquire also a skill to stop the people. I've realized that I'm not often have this skill. I don't know how to talk with those people, and I lack a lot of wisdom. Although it's a glorious way to share gospel through their preaching, and it's a glorious method, as we see in the Bible, as we see along the history. It's like most useful way to reach the people. But so far, I don't feel strength. But so when we'll actually start, and I hope we'll start in a week or two to do that, it would be something in a quality much more superior to what we ever done before. We'll be much more prepared. We'll have a group. We'll have a lot of technique support, like that speaker that we bought in the winter. We'll have a lot of Bibles, good printed, New Testimony, and others. So keep in touch and see what's God doing. Uh, for the previous time, like for a month or two since we come back, we improve one very great system in our church that help our church to grow in the personal evangelism. There's people coming in our church that come for 3 years because of the famous pastor, but nobody get touching them. That's not common only for Ukraine. People around the world in all churches visit churches and nobody know about them. They may visit that church for multiple years. I mean, I'm talking about large churches, over 300 people. So we find there's a lot of people coming in our church and nobody know who are they and are they saved and what they're doing in our church. In this, what we improve, we now giving the gift, the book we offer people. If you are first time ever in evangelical church, they often goes to the Orthodox church, but and they may be brothers from other churches. So we clearly want to understand, if you first time in the evangelical church, for us it would mean that there most likely is non-believer. Then we want to make you gift. If we want to make you gift, they surely will get touching us with us. And this book is very interesting. This is Reasons for God by Tim Keller, top 5 bestseller book in New York by New York Times. So this is very interesting book. And this book will do some progress in their life to reach them for the God, but also will get touching those people, will not miss any of them, will help them to grow in faith, to repent, to join the church and the home groups. This project was pretty large and involved 16 ministers, 4 ministers for every sermon, and prepare materials, raise support for the books. And so from now on we have 3 to 4 people every Sunday whom we meet from non-believers at our church, not going anywhere far. That's the first step. If we'll invite more people in our church, we want to make sure that we'll not miss them in the future. So this important step was done. So far, from now on, our plans is to help home groups to reach their neighborhoods, reach the people around those home groups and spread the good news there. So personal evangelism through the home groups. Second, personal evangelism, to teach people to reach the people for their relatives, for their students, co-workers, partners, in the clubs, through the social networks, and etc. We want to teach our people who are passionate about gospel and spreading good news to share what God did to them, share to others, to their neighbors, and we want to teach them. They need practice, they need skills, wisdom, they have a lot of fears. We want to teach them about it. So this is the second strategic plan in the nearest future. And the thirdly, as I already mentioned, we're going to improve the air preaching. And the last one, the fourth strategic plan in the future, which we're asking you to pray. Please pray about 4 of the steps that we're going to do. Is School of Evangelism. I've started to gather information about online school of evangelism since September. I've started work for Almaz only in January, so 6 months before I started work officially, I was already gathering materials for the school. The problem is that most of the materials in the world is theological and theoretical. They're not telling you how specifically you can help people in your church to reach people. I mean, theology is also good, and it's also hard to find some deep school, deep knowledge, deep education in evangelism theologically. That's also a good thing. We're going to do it, and we find these materials. But more important for this school is the practical application, practical way for our church to help in all of those things. And this material is incredibly hard to find because our culture is different than American culture that abound with such materials than European evangelism school. Our culture is totally different. It's Russian Orthodox people have different reaction, different understanding of this world, and therefore we need to develop skills to help our church to reach to these people. That's all. Once again, nothing of this would be impossible if not your support in finances and the prayer. You'll see these faces soon. We'll show you those people who joined our church, became members of the church. We'll share with you testimonies. They'll say people who spreading good news and to whom was spread good news. So this is work done by God through you, and we thank you for your support. Please keep doing that. Think about how you can tell your friends about this ministry, and think maybe you can donate more, because one need is right now is to find help for me. One brother who is from other church from Donetsk, he had to flee. He used to be a home group leader, nice, passionate about God man, and he's working on the temporary work, but I see him as a good help in the future for me to help in the evangelism. So we want to support him, but we don't have finances. And second thing, we want to buy books to give as a gift, evangelism books, like Reasons for God, one of them, to give as a gift to non-believers, to reach for them, to get in touch with them. And those books cost a lot of money because they posted by non-believers, just simple non-believers. So it's hard to deal with them to print this book for us specifically. So this is what you can support us with. Please read the mail below, and we hope to hear from you soon too. Get in touch. Thank you.